Hello, today I'm just going to give you a quick overview of Gallerith's SEER Cost IQ, our domain authoring tool, which enables you to take cases, samples in domains and create estimates in most of the SEER products, depending on the domain that you select, whether it be SEER IT, SEER SEM. Today we're going to be looking at domains that result in SEER for hardware. So looking at the domains themselves, the first stage, these are sample domains created by Gallerith to get you going. You do have the capability with the tool to build your own domains, add to these domains, edit these domains, and all the things you may deem necessary if you took Cost IQ as an option. So you'll see in the world of missiles, we got air-to-air, air-to-surface, we got surface-to-surface missiles, surface-to-air. We've got things like radios, sonobuoys, robots, land vehicles. There's a SEER IT version here. There's electro-optical sensors, chirographics, countermeasures, and so on. And again, UAV is a big domain within the model as well. So if I select one of the domains, and I'll say we're going to go surface-to-air missiles, it's telling me automatically that it's going to end up in the SEER H, SEER for hardware, electronics and systems. It's developed by ourselves, a little bit of background on the system here. And what we need to do now is click on next. It loads the domain, introduces all the available options. So what you see in front of you are questions that you can control yourself. So what's important to you in the characteristics of, in this case, a missile? How high is it going to go, maybe? What range does it have? What speed will it fly at? Countermeasures, and so on. So I'm going to say you need to have a missile that will fly 100 miles. And for those of you who are used to SEER, this is our 3-point input, our least, our likely, and most, so we can capture uncertainty should we wish to. It has to fly at 1,000 miles per hour. It's going to be radar infrared. It's going to be countermeasures, no, and payload type will have hit to kill, high explosives. That's all complete. Click on next. So what's the weight of this thing going to be? It's coming with some nominal weight, so we're going to increase these. 1,500, 1,750. What's the body length? We can say it goes 16, 18, 22. Diameter, I have no preference. Wingspan, again, you can add these if you wish to. We'll use a solid rocket as a propellant. Click on next. And this is the options that it's come back with based upon the relevancy of what we found. So we have a relevant, marginally relevant, and some down at the bottom could be less relevant and so on. So if we have a look, we have the Triad, the Rimmer, and so on, all different varieties of this. So that's not what we're looking for. So we'll make that one not relevant. That one, similar to that one. So we'll say this is the sort of missile we're looking for. So we'll say this is, yeah, marginally relevant, okay. This one, definitely not. This one, we're going to increase this one, give it a little bit more relevance. Coming down, that one's okay, that one's okay, that one's okay. So we'll leave all of those cases in there. Remove that one. It'll run just a little bit quicker for demonstration purposes. That'll get rid of those few, just so that it runs quicker. So we've chosen our cases, we've looked at the ranking, we know what's going to be looking at. We can come here, we can click on more info, and then what it'll do, it'll take us to a web page where we can have a look at information relating to that missile. You could put it to links to your own databases of materials when you create and build your own domain. So we're happy with that, and it's going to take all of these cases and it's going to blend them together and build us a WBS. Now the SEER H users amongst you will recognize this is the building blocks within SEER H, mechanical work elements, electronics, add-ins, all of the things that you would expect in a missile had you gone round building it a long way. So we could get rid of some of these. We don't need all of them. Mission computer, flight computer, mission processors, seekers, yes, all of those things. Propulsion structure, module, control, telemetry, communications, power distribution, separations, and so on. So we're happy with that. We have a WBS that we're going to start with. Now, this is only our straw man. This is the one we're going to further refine with our better information that we know. We're building it based upon 6 cases. We can click on next. And then we have the ability to use those range of inputs from those 6 cases and use the maximum range available to you, a weighted average based upon around the inputs and their weightings based upon the most common settings, or the straightforward average of them. We'll use the weighted average. Click on next, then we can create a project within CostIQ, or we can create a CRH project, which is what we're going to do for demonstration purposes today. Give it a name. It's going to be test. And proceed. So now the model is going to, it'll fire up SEER for hardware in the background. It's going to take all of that information from all of those sample cases and blend them together to form an estimate based upon the cases, the partial cases, the rankings that they have, their scoring, to build an estimate. So this is just CRH firing up in the background. It flashed up and went away again. And then what you'll see now, as that green bar proceeds along, this is the progress that CRH is making in the building and developing a estimate for your test missile in real time. So you can do this in a meeting. You can do this with a group of managers, with a customer, and say, well, if you want it to fly the full 2,000 miles, it's going to cost you this. Otherwise, we can go for cheaper options, and you can quite quickly do what-if scenarios, should that be the case. So it's still building, just under halfway there. And obviously, this will run depending upon the processing speed of your laptop, computer, your network, and whatever else you've got opened. No doubt I've got 101 things open in the background. So we'll just quietly let this one run. We'll have a look at what it develops at the end. So along the bottom of the dialog, it's the domain is surface-to-air missiles containing 10 complete cases we selected, no incomplete cases, and we're almost there. And it'll just flash away, and SEER for hardware will be on the screen as it is now. So this is SEER for hardware. For the people that's not seen it, this is our parametric solution. It's built us a WBS here. It matches the one we saw in CostIQ. We have our bodies, mid-bodies, and each one of these are built from knowledge bases. So this is built from a body or an unmanned product make. So we're full development, full production to a military full standard. And then on top of that, the domain authoring tools, CostIQ has entered other values, has updated some of the parameters from the knowledge-based values, and each one of these will come in with its own independent cost. So these are mechanical items with the little red pliers. The yellow arrow is an add-in, and these here are PCBs, are electronics items. So again, the inputs will vary. We have information relating to the board sizes, the mission modules, custom chips, and all of those things within that PCB. Right the way down to the bottom, and you'll also see this little icon here. Again, this is SEER for software, SEER SEM, and that has been used to enter development software. It's a standalone independent tool which you can also consider. It's very, very comprehensive in the world of software estimation, and that's brought in seamlessly all the results from CRSEM embedded now in CRH for your total cost of this prototype missile. Our reports and charts are all along here. Choose active charts, and we can just select whatever we want. Cost sensitivity charts, we've got cost of money, development risk, operation and support. So there's a wide range of information there that you can look at. And they'll just tabulate across the bottom here, and you can see where you are based upon your estimate. Same with the results here. So you can look at different items, seeing different costs all the way down through. And that is it. That is Cost IQ, building you an estimate, in this case in CIRFA hardware for a missile in one of the delivered domains with Cost IQ. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you found this informative. For further information, please contact dsims@gallerith.com or visit our website, www.gallerith.com, where you'll be able to find links for further information and to make contact with us should you need more information and further demonstrations, etc. Thank you very much for your time.